Hello and welcome students to our series of grammar and use. In this video, we are going to explore indirect questions. There are quite a number of constructions, certain disputed, certain undisputed. Let us get ready and dive into it. You're requested to get a pen and notepad ready so that you can take down the pointers and you can construct sentences, questions along with us. And you can also take down the most likely kind of constructions and written constructions and spoken constructions. Let us dive into it. Now, first of all, what are direct questions? Direct questions are more polite and what are indirect questions? Indirect questions are more polite than direct questions. They are very common in formal spoken English. In formal spoken English, you don't ask a direct question, you ask an indirect question because indirect questions sound very polite, particularly when asking for information. Now, the first pointer that we have for indirect questions are open questions. The open questions or regarding indirect questions often start with a polite opening phrase. For example, do you know, could you tell me, may I know, etc. After the question word, the word order in indirect question is the same as the positive statements. Now let us explore the construction that we have before us, and I will tell you the disputed construction also. Now, if you were to ask a question, where is the station? That is a very direct question. So, we are learning to construct indirect questions. That means polite questions. Polite questions, now, where is the station remains the same. Where is the station? Whereas you bring in certain additional phrases like, do you know where is the question? Where is the station? Do you know where is the station? Could you tell me where is the station? Question mark. The verb remains after the question tag as it is because in complex sentences also the grammarians mention that the auxiliary is closer to the connector which is in the sentence. So with that relation, the auxiliary remains closer to the middle part of the question. But certain spoken English or colloquial, the sentences do end with an auxiliary, but it is incorrect if you're writing for school examination, college examinations, and university examinations. So avoid that colloquial constructions and go for the academic construction where the auxiliary is closer to the connector or the question tag. And for indirect questions, I repeat, do you know where is the station? Could you tell me where is the station? Now let us see certain constructions based on the indirect open questions. Do you know how much the ticket will cost? Now over here, how much the tickets, it is correct construction. A better construction would be, do you know how much will the ticket cost? Now will is brought in because it's a question tag. Could you tell me why you were late? A better construction could be, could you tell me why were you late? Instead of saying you were late, why were you late? Because it's a question. Could you tell me what time the store closes? Now, usually when speaking and writing, students tend to write correctly. Could you tell me where does this, what time does the store close? That is actually correct. But in spoken English, in colloquial, it is accepted. Could you tell me what time the store closes? Now, this little omission is known as ellipses. Ellipses are certain grammatical aspects which, when you avoid, still the sentence is complete and it is grammatically accepted. So, the best construction is, could you tell me what time does the store close? If you are working for school, college, and university examinations. If you are using ellipses, could you tell me what time the store close is also correct because there we see ellipses. Let us proceed. Now let us see the structure. Do you know that opening phrase? question word, subject, and as per the spoken, the verb is at the end. Do you know where the station is? Could you tell me where the station is? Though the grammarians consider this construction as incorrect. The grammarians give you the construction. Do you know where is the station? Question mark. Could you tell me where is the station? Question mark. So if you are working for school, college, university examinations, take the construction that is where is, not where the station is, which is of spoken or colloquial. Now let us see the indirect closed questions. Indirect closed questions take yes or no as on the answer. Indirect closed questions are formed using if or whether. If or whether is used in between. In the context, if and whether meaning the same thing. For example, if your question was, is it raining outside? You will ask, could you tell me? The same way how um, the questions are constructed. Whether or if it is raining outside. Could you tell me whether it is raining outside? Over here, polite opening phrase is given and the subject comes before the verb as per the structure. Let us see certain examples based on the structure. Do you know if that restaurant is expensive? Could you tell me whether the train is on time? The structure, as we have analyzed, opening phrase, if or whether, the subject, the verb, and the remaining part of the sentence. A polite opening. Do you know if it is raining outside? Question mark. Now, there are certain common errors with this kind of construction. For example, common errors, word order in the in indirect questions. When a question has an opening phrase, the word order in indirect questions is the same as in the statement. There is no inversion and the do is not added. Let us see. Could you tell me where the station is? Could you tell me where is the station? Though this construction gives it wrong, but the grammarians say that could you tell me where is the station is right. Could you tell me when you close? Could you tell me when do you close? As per the academic English, the construction with auxiliary is right. With this, we have come to the end of this disputed lesson. I hope you liked it. And if you liked it, click on like, share, and subscribe. Do discuss this with your teachers and students. It is interesting to develop an argument regarding what is right and what is not right. Also, explore and try finding out why something is right and why something is incorrect. Thank you very much for watching. Do share, like, and subscribe. Thank you very much for your kind attention.